So you've completed your homework assignment. You're about to render everything out to be able to upload to the School of Motion homework locker. The only question is, what codec do you choose? There are a lot of options within After Effects, but we'd like to show you how to use Adobe Media Encoder for the perfect review codec in both size and quality. So how do you do this? Select your composition, go to the composition dropdown, choose add to render queue or hit Control M. And one option that is commonly used, and you may have used it in the past, is the animation codec. It's found right inside After Effects. We want to avoid the animation codec because it creates very large files for client review. As a test, we'll go ahead and do it and we'll show you what it actually turns out to be. We're including audio here, so we say okay. And then I'm just going to go to a folder here and re-export this out. I've gone and taken the name and just added an underscore anim so I know which codec I'm working with. I'll hit save. We're going to go ahead and render. We'll take a look at the size and then I'll show you another option. Now that that's all done and rendered, let's right click on Output Module, Reveal and Explore. And you can see we've got 586 megs, over a half a gig. So what other options do we have? Again, we can come back to our composition, go to composition and either add to render queue or hit Control M. And then right now, what we'd love to do is to find something called H.264. But if we go to QuickTime, first off, we don't see an H.264 option in our format, but maybe that's because it's buried underneath QuickTime. And if you used to use After Effects several years ago, it actually used to be. But now when we drop down, we have ProRes, good option, but for this scenario, we want to show you something different. We don't see H.264 anywhere here. So what do? I'm going to cancel and hit cancel again. I'm going to select the render item that I want, and I'm going to actually click Q in AME, being Adobe Media Encoder. So I will warn you, if you're opening this up without actually having Adobe Media Encoder open, it will take a little bit the first time it opens up. But once you do, you can see that Adobe has sent over the render queue item. It's Adobe Media Encoder, and H.264 is selected here. But what will probably happen is that whatever you've rendered out previously will be here as the last used option. But if we just click on here, if it's not H.264, you can scroll down and you can find through everything, GIF, FLAC, H.264. If we look at the preset, there are a ton. And this is where it can get frustrating sometimes trying to figure out exactly which one to use. There's a lot of ones for different destinations, YouTube, Vimeo, Twitter, Facebook. They get updated all the time. But really what we want to do is just do match source, high bitrate. And then we just want to double check to make sure it's going to our exports folder, but underscore H.264, just to be able to compare to make sure I'm looking at the correct things. I'm going to hit save. And then we're just going to go ahead and hit render. And now that it's rendered, again, we can right click. We can say reveal output file. And if you look at it now, look at that difference. Our H.264, just over 5 megs, almost 6 megs. This one, almost 600 megs. So the animation codec file will be a higher quality file. But for review purposes, the H.264 at 6 megs will be the perfect balance of size versus quality as you begin uploading files for client review.